Yo, what's up, everybody? Todd B here. Welcome back to another episode of So Fresh and So Green. And there is a third here at the table with us tonight, the menage a trois, if you will. I'd like to introduce our guest this evening, Mr. Josh Jackson. Josh, how are you, sir?
Doing all right. Glad to be here.
Yeah.
Fan of the show, fan of everything Verde, fan of anything soccer, baby. So
are you saying you're
exactly why you're here?
Is he saying you're a fan of the green? Is that what you're saying? Do you inhibit in the green? Yes. Okay.
Actually, I had someone the other day ask me, what is Verde? We live in Austin, Texas, buddy. Come on,
You need it.
Verde.
Let's hear it.
Actually, Matthew McConaughey pronounces it so well.
Really? He rolls that R?
Oh yeah.
This guy over here is rolling his R's.
I gotta slow it down, bro. I gotta slow down. Like, there's two people that speak Spanish, so I gotta keep it PG for Todd over here to make sure everything's kosher. No, you can't do that, bro. You can't do that, dude. You can't do that.
And of course, to my left, we have Rafael.
What up?
Lorente.
What up?
The man, the myth, the legend. So we're going to have some fun tonight. So we've got a new dynamic. Josh is coming on the show. Josh is super knowledgeable about soccer. He's involved in Los Verdes, which is what we're here tonight to talk about. We're going to do a little bit of Austin FC updates, as we always do. And then we're going to jump right in to Los Verdes. Josh is going to tell us about Los Verdes, what Los Verdes is all about, the supporter group. We're going to dive deep into it. We're going to talk a little bit about some international stuff going on in our global soccer talk.
Yes, sir.
And then, Rafael has some...
Nerd facts.
Nerd facts by Rafael.
For sure.
Rafael Nerd Facts. He's got a good little list of some stuff tonight. I see some beers on the table. So why don't we start out with Josh? Give us a little history, man. Tell us a little bit of background about you, where you come from. Don't dive too much into Los Verdes because we're going to save a little bit for later. But give the people that don't know you already a little bit of information about yourself.
Absolutely. Name's Josh Jackson. My mom picked that out for me. Grew up in a very rural place that actually didn't have soccer, and so it was actually the Mexicans who taught me how to play soccer.
Love it.
Los Mexicanos me enseñaron fútbol y español. And soccer was just a sport that broadened my horizons. I grew up playing baseball, but soccer was where it's at. Actually, 1999, when Brady Chastain ripped the shirt off.
Oh, yeah. Don't forget that one.
Yeah, I never.
I was also a teenager. So
yeah.
But
you had a moment?
that was the moment for me in more ways than one that just like turned soccer on for me. Right? I was turned on by soccer because it was a sport that you could play with just the ball. Right?
For sure.
And it was a sport that the more I played it, the more I could connect with other people of the Mexicans that were around that honestly didn't get that much connection in the community. So
sure.
I was able to play with a variety of more people and players and stuff. And it was learning skills that if I learned this much about soccer, I was now like the guru of town. Right?
Sure.
So I rolled with that for a long time, and moving to Austin, actually played at Concordia.
Cool.
Back in like the early
Tornadoes.
the early aughts, and that was a fun time too because I caught soccer really fast, and we didn't have a team in my high school up until my senior year.
Gotcha.
And my mom also helped get the team.
What high school? You want to do a plug? What high school?
Oh no, this is way this is way out there. It's not even in Texas.
Oh, okay.
It's actually the rice and duck capital of the world.
So, rice and duck capital of the world to Austin, Texas. That's a fun move.
Yeah, 500 miles. Just up 79.
Okay.
So actually, we're Hutto.
Oh yeah.
And everything too. So I've in previous lives I've been teachers and coaches out in the outskirts of Austin, even in Houston. I lived in Houston for a year. Got back here as fast as I could. And this was back in the day whenever Houston Dynamo were just coming on the scene as an expansion team, as a relocated team because it was San Jose first, right?
Right.
And they were playing at Robertson Stadium, and just to see like Brian Sheen dropping hat tricks and stuff, and that's when I got excited about actually going to games. And now I love to go to USA games, love to go to Mexico games, love to go to World Cups.
Yeah.
And getting that supporters, just the feel and the reverberation of the drums, and I love sitting behind the goal. You can't always see what's happening on the other side of the field.
Yeah.
You can feel everything, and it's all about the night before parties and the tailgates and after the game and everything too. So it's just that feeling. And once you start going to games, even the United States games, and they're playing one game in California, one game in Florida, it's the same guys that like to go to those games. And so it starts to become a family. That's what I've seen here too, even in Austin.
Right.
anytime you have an event, even whether it's a watch party or we were doing tailgates at the stadium for a while before COVID hit, it's always the same guys, and then it's always more people coming into the mix too.
Got it.
So it becomes like a big family after a while.
Sure. Love it, man. Tornadoes.
Oh, he's ready to give his beer,
he's
bro.
ready? Let's do
Yeah,
it.
he's ready to give his beer.
Yeah, I played ball at Concordia too for a little bit.
That's right,
It was
that's right.
I got sidelined by a shoulder injury, lost a scholarship, and as you know, wasn't a huge funded program. So
Concordia's not like the
Tornadoes weren't throwing out that sponsorship. I mean that scholarship money.
No?
NAIA Division II, I think is what we were.
Like maybe get some cleats.
Yeah, maybe. I think they supplied tape. That was about it.
They were world beaters, Texas State champions.
Yeah, I remember going to the away games. It was like we all took the minivan and rode with like 4 minivans.
Yeah, I did. When I did K-State, it's like I tell people it was D1, but like we literally we like paid our own way to go go wherever we went. Like drove down to Lubbock. We stayed at Motel 8s. It's like soccer when you get to like these bigger schools. Concordia, K-State, it doesn't really matter.
Sure.
It's like they're football schools, and then kind of soccer's waiting. It's football then football, right?
Yeah.
So it's like a totally different ballgame. So when people think, oh, okay, you played, I'm like, yeah, but they supplied me with a pack of tape, like you said. There's nothing there.
Yeah, Concordia was all about baseball back then. Yeah. So I was in 96, 97. I think you were early 2000s, right?
Yeah, I think 2002 actually Concordia won in baseball.
Oh, wow.
Series or something like that.
Wow. Yeah, they were big on baseball. They had the stadium. This is when we were at 38th and a half Street. And then they relocated.
Crack it, dude.
I kicked the soccer ball over the big green monster into 35 one time.
I love it.
I got the ball back.
I love that.
So for all 12 people out there that want to know about Concordia's history, congratulations. There you go.
There it is.
Oh, who drove the minivan?
One of the players.
That's a funny story because Hope Solo got in trouble. Actually,
wow.
Hope Solo's partner got in trouble because they were drunk driving minivans.
Oh, wow.
One time. for
Interesting.
camp.
Yeah, that wasn't us.
Amazing
Surprising,
female
no.
goalkeeper. Yeah. Talk about the beer. What do we got?
Yeah, what do we got? Boom. I love it.
This is a very special beer that Hop Squad, who are in the Domain area,
Yep.
Okay.
they've been just an amazing brewery.
Here, I'll pour this one.
It's because during COVID and everything closed down,
Sure.
breweries were hit pretty hard.
Right.
And you know how Austinites,
For sure.
people from Texas, soccer people. Props to everybody that's sober out there for sure. But for those that like to watch soccer, beer is usually involved.
Uh-huh.
And let's do this partnership. Let's help keep Texas breweries alive during this whole thing.
Yeah.
So we did this partnership. No money goes to us as the supporters group at all. It's all completely goes to
That's cool.
To the brewery to help them stay alive and everything too. Which who knows? It's just everything is
So local though. We support local. We love local. Hop Squad is in the Domain, you said?
Yep.
Got it.
Yeah, it's actually, I love to frequent there. They've got big garage doors that are open up, so you have huge amount of circulation.
Love it.
It's cool.
Love
I
it.
was watching English Premier League games, watching USA games.
Love it.
USA Wales game there earlier.
Yeah.
And we did just a little collabs. It's a Mexican lager called a Zapatista, and it
Love
actually has
it.
our Los Verdes
Zapata.
logo on.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, yeah.
He's wearing the soccer scarf there. He got a
Yeah.
soccer ball in there.
Yeah.
So, we were just very proud to have something that
That's
kind of
dope.
represented us and represented Austin culture and
That's dope.
And the brewery districts around there too.
Is it walkable to the stadium?
Yeah. If you're there,
Oh, super.
So
walkable,
this
dude.
is going to be a pretty big watering hole for
I was literally
before
just up
and after
there.
games. Then.
I was up there earlier today, and we were looking at houses and so forth because we're realtors on the side. I guess full time we do this on the side, right? Who knows anymore? It's like soccer and housing, and that's
Kids,
basically it.
yeah, all the
that.
above, yeah.
And
Cheers, guys.
I was with a couple. Cheers. I was with a couple people that we work with, and we're yelping stuff, and we stopped by a food truck. It was like a little Mexican taco truck.
Oh, that's good.
Literally in the gas station
great.
in front of McCalla Place. And in my head, I'm just like, dude, when this hits, this taco truck is going to be like, they're going to be like a Maybach parked in front from all the money they make. It's going to be amazing.
I know exactly
It was
which one
so
you're
good.
talking
It was Yucatan Taqueria right up
At the
front.
Chevron there?
Yeah, it was
Yep.
bomb.
Love
I
it.
said this before. I will say it again. The area of the Domain is tailor made
Oh,
for
man.
a soccer
I'm
stadium.
so stoked.
You look at all the breweries that are in that area.
That's good. That's
You
good.
got Celis and Adelbert's and Oscar Blues and Circle and
Yep.
Fairweather Cider and of course.
So there's going to be a lot of options for those 20,000
Oh, yeah.
fans.
That's going to be a
And not
lot of
including
beer.
the Domain, because we've talked about this many times, but I see pre-game Domain. There's probably going to be a home bar. If not all of them will be a home bar because you can't facilitate everybody in the one spot, obviously.
Yep.
So walk to the games.
Right around Breaker.
Drinking, having fun, partying during
Yeah.
the games, soccer and culture, and drinking beer, as you said, it's part of the culture. Post game, same thing. It's just going to be a matter of meeting up with
so
friends
excited,
and
dude.
where everybody's going to go. I'm so
There was
so
a bit
excited
ago.
about
Maybe
that.
you have an update because I haven't checked, but I'm in the Slack feed with Los Verdes, and they were talking about naming the bar. Was there any legs to that? Or
So this is going to be another bar that's going to be in the domain area.
Right.
Okay.
That I'm not sure if it's going to be open only on game days. I've heard that before, but it might be open on non-game days. But it's actually going to be the bar that's inside the stadium.
Oh, okay.
The building
Yep.
that's on they call it the north side. It's the northwest corner.
Okay.
The big 3-story building.
Uh-huh.
First story is going to be the merch store.
Okay.
cool.
Second store.
Take my money, by the way.
Yeah.
Take my money.
So upstairs, it's going to be the bar.
Okay.
It's gonna be the bar and also some extra merch too. So
Yep.
you have to exit back to the merch store.
It's like Vegas, right?
Oh, I love that shirt.
Yeah, they know. They're smart.
Smart. Walk through the casino.
You got to walk through the
yeah.
merch store to get out of the bar. Yep.
And according to the GM,
Genius.
Andy Lockney, he said there's going to be just a ton of taps at the stadium
Love it.
and at the bar too. So this is going to be a bar that's going to have TVs and some of the schematics I've seen of the bar. They've got a great design for it. It's going to be open for, probably put a ton of fans up in there.
Love it.
So pregame, postgame, some stuff that's going to go on at the actual stadium too.
Yep.
Which could be an option. And I'm sure they'll
That's
have watch
dope, dude.
parties
Yeah.
for things too. And,
Yeah.
And from what I've heard, they have put in to host Gold Cup games there. So
Oh, cool.
Gold Cup, I think, was supposed to be this year. They have to push it back, just like they had to push the Euros and Copa America and everything towards next season, next year. And that would be awesome if we got USA, whether it's men or whether it's women.
Yeah, we'll take it all day long.
Yeah,
Dude.
that'd be
Yeah.
mage.
That'd be amazing.
So there's plenty of things to go out and Jack and Ginger's on Rock Rose.
Yes, sir.
They can actually close Rock Rose off and,
And
have
do
like
the
a big
patty
party
in the
have-
streets,
have
yeah.
your drones flying by doing
Yeah,
awesome shots. And
yeah.
I mean, that feasibly you could walk from there and
Yeah, it's a little walk, but it's doable.
From Hot
Yeah.
Squad, you actually look outside and you're down the hill and there's a stadium.
Accurate.
Wow.
It's amazing.
Wow.
Accurate.
How long have they been there?
I think they've only been there about a year.
Okay, so after the stadium started, then they got the spot.
But this is good shit.
That's
So if
a
you
good
guys
one.
like beer, try it.
I
It's
only
really
drink
good.
Mexican beer, so I'm in luck. Let's roll into the
Go ahead.
the Austin FC updates. We've got a couple updates. Last episode we talked about the new voice for the Austin FC.
Yes, sir.
This episode, it's all about the grass, man. The grass is been
Verde.
laid, bro.
So
the grass is in.
You got some nerd stuff on it, though.
I
don't
got
you?
some nerd facts about the grass.
got?
The grass is it's super particular grass. There's a science behind the grass. There's the team and the guy that grows the grass and has grown it off-site. They've done tests on it. It's like it's made for the stadium with the sunlight and the amount of water it can
shade,
take and not take in the shade, et cetera, et cetera. The name of the grass, I got to look at my notes for this one
ahead.
because it's that particular. The name of the grass. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
All right. It's going to take me like 4 minutes to tell you.
So
the name.
excited.
Platinum TE Seashore Paspalum.
Is that
He went full name on that.
I'm going to repeat that. Platinum TE Seashore Paspalum.
is that a Sherwin-Williams paint? I mean, is that something that I would use on the walls? That shit's crazy, dude.
Oh man! I mean, why didn't they just go with a number at that point? Because that's ridiculous. But anyway, same grass will be on the training facility because they want to have the same grass that they practice on, the same grass that they play on. They're actually going to take this grass and they're going to use it in Qatar at the 2022 World Cup. So they're going to use the same grass. Apparently, they have the same Texas heat sift going on there. So they're stealing our grass from us. They're stealing our grass, man. They're stealing our grass.
You keep on knocking, but you can't come in.
The stadium's coming along. I saw this week they showed some pictures of obviously the grass coming in. I don't say all the seats, but a lot of the seats are in.
So awesome, man.
Yeah,
So awesome.
the 3-day process to get the grass in. They revealed a lot of the stadium. I don't think they're doing hard hat tours yet. I saw the news was in there. They were able to get a tour. Hopefully we're next because obviously we're next in line, right?
For sure.
Duh.
For sure.
So I'm hoping we get that call pretty soon. Mr. Killian, Make it happen. He sold me my tickets. I don't know. I feel like he should.
We
he's
have
the one that
no
should send me,
shame.
right?
Oh,
right?
I pimped for some Yeti product earlier. We're good, dude. Just keep going. Just
Yeah,
keep going.
totally
Just keep
in.
going.
We've got some new sponsors and partnerships. We've got the Fairmont is the hotel of the Austin FC, so that's pretty cool.
Dope.
Obviously, we have Yeti on the jersey sponsor. We also have Sharp Vision, is the LASIK
Wow.
provider of the team.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm a freaky.
You got to be
dude.
safe,
I'm a freaky
right,
dude,
Toddy?
man.
Yeah,
I'm a freaky dude, bro.
All right, bro.
NetSpend is the new sleeve partner, which they've contributed already a lot of money.
Look at Vanna over
to
here.
Burnett
Show him,
Elementary.
show him, show him.
Yeah. Oh, have you seen the jersey? Oh, you haven't. Have you seen the jersey?
I don't think so. I don't think. Maybe. I don't know.
So that was happening.
Yeah.
Lots of cool stuff coming on. Stadium's growing. Stadium's almost, I don't know, what, 70%?
Yeah.
75 is a good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which is amazing.
So freaking excited,
because
man.
every time we go up north and we see it, it's just a reminder of what's in our future and how great it's
Yeah.
going to be. And every time we get together and talk about soccer, we just know that, like, when it comes, it's going to be just so big. I mean, it's going to be so big. Not the stadium, I think.
Latex.
Coming big, bro.
Huge. Huge. No, I think that this is going to be larger than anything Austin's ever seen.
Oh, for sure.
We've never, like, UT football is huge, but
Yeah.
it's just part of life now, right?
Yeah.
This is going to be something totally different, totally new. Everyone's going to talk about it. I think the people that didn't get tickets are going to be so pissed they didn't get
Super
tickets.
pissed.
Sorry, but snooze you lose. I'm
Yeah.
not even mad a little bit about that. I'm happy that we all did what we did. When we
Yeah,
got
dude.
tickets.
I'm almost mad that I only got like a couple. I should have got more.
My biggest fear was that Austin FC was just going to be your cookie cutter MLS team that was just going to come in and kind of rake the bottom of MLS. But what I've seen, every person that they're adding on to the squad, every person that they're adding on to the front office, you got your Dave Tinney coming in and doing. He worked for the Magic.
Oh, for sure.
NBA.
Josh Wolf, Claudio
You've
Reyna.
got the best of the best, right?
Yeah.
And Weston Applefeller is.
What? Hold on. What's that again?
He's one of the first guys they hired. He's the one that's doing all the field.
Okay.
What's the name?
Weston Applefeller.
That's a perfect name.
a great
Somebody
name.
does feels.
And he's done multiple stadiums all
He's worked
over.
all around.
Yeah.
And then Adrian. I mean, we've got a first class organization.
First class organization.
for sure.
Yeah.
Exactly.
For sure.
It's definitely not going to be a cookie cutter project.
We're gonna be badass at the gate. Watch.
What do you think about players wise? How do you like? I don't want to get too far into the weeds with that because I know that's another whole podcast.
Sure. Yeah.
But just from me and Raph talk about it all the time.
All the time.
What's your take? Where do you see that going? As much as you could, divulge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in terms of the players that we already have,
Paraguay.
So this is your Paraguay. I mean, I went out on eBay and got me a Paraguay jersey.
Did you get a red S jersey?
it.
Did you, Rodney?
No, I did.
You got a national team jersey, is
Yeah,
what you're
the
saying.
national-
That's smart. I mean, because all we have is Paraguayan players right now. So.
Yeah. So 2 players signed. They both currently play for Guarani, which is a team in Paraguay. They're also in the Copa Libertadores, which is like the Champions League of South America. So we've actually been able to watch them on television.
Oh, wow.
If you got BN Sports, whatever.
Okay.
And so I watched a few games, and you watch some highlights too of some of their league games, unless you have special access. And these guys are good.
Right on.
These guys are good. Like Rodney
Good to
Reyes,
know.
young guy,
Attacker,
looks like
man.
Hulk.
Yeah, he's like a little Hulk from Brazil.
Really, I love it.
Yeah,
I haven't
actually,
got to see much of them, so this is
there's,
great.
There's some amazing creative people in Los Verdes in our
Yeah.
supporters group, and they created this awesome cartoon where it's actually him.
Yeah.
And they called him Rompe Redes, which redes actually means like webs or nets.
Yep.
Okay.
And Rompe means break.
Break,
So they call
yeah.
him Rompe Redes
Yeah.
because they have him looking like Hulk, and he's just breaking and
Oh, I love it.
He's just like a very, like, him and Cecilia are completely different because one's like a wide, flary player. Like, Redis is like a direct, attacking, almost like a Drogba type player, like just in the box and wants people hanging off him to score. It's awesome. Go ahead.
You'll see Rodney punching down the line.
Yep.
He'll get to the end lines, and he's actually really good at putting the assist in.
Okay.
Right-footed, swinging these balls in.
Got it.
Excuse me. And Cecilio, they call him Cesigol.
Cesigol, yeah, Cesigol.
He's going to be kind of like the metronome.
The
He's gonna
flanker.
be The leader. He's going to be the guy. I mean, sometimes he has his hair slicked back. When it's not, it's like this big old fro.
Okay.
It's amazing.
So you're in love? You're in love?
Yeah. No, their Instagram feeds are really fun too. 'Cause
Okay.
He's got his family on there.
I follow him. Yeah.
But the big diff is like Cecilia is more established. He's like the DP. He's like the $5-7 million player. He used to play for America, all this kind of stuff. So he knows how to like. Redis is exciting because he's like what 20.
Yep.
and he could be something. I mean, they made him the first, so they obviously saw something. I think he was the first player they ever signed, right?
Yeah. And then Cecilio Dominguez comes in. And he's going to be the type of guy that's going to. He's our designated player, so they're paying him the bigger bucks because MLS teams have the designated player rule where you can pay them above your salary,
your slot.
Yep. And so having one of those guys, and I think you can have 3.
Right.
Yep.
So we still have room for 2 more.
Facts.
Yeah, we talked about that.
Redis wasn't one. Redis wasn't. He was a $500,000 guy. Cecilio is one of the 3 slots.
Yeah. He might be. They also have youth DP.
Yeah, but he's not one of the big dogs. They still have 2.
How it all applies, but I think to fill out the roster. You're going to need a Mexican player, right? You're going to need a Mexican player at some level, whether it's an established Mexican player, like your Ochoa or I mean,
that's a dope ass goalkeeper right there, boy.
Go for goalkeeper because you see some of the best goalkeepers in MLS. They're playing for the best teams, and I would say build out the corners. Okay. Build out the corners, and then. You got Cecilio already who can kind of boss them. You're going to probably need someone that's more defensive because he's an attacking guy. He's the guy that's also getting into the box scoring. Like an
Arturo Vidal in the back. Is that what you're saying? Yeah.
Hands down, I would love Vidal.
He'd be badass. Horrible tattoos, mohawk. I'd take it all, dude.
Yeah.
You can make it Verde, right?
Oh, that would be amazing.
That'd be great.
And he's like 30 something, so it would be awesome.
Up there though,
it would be awesome.
What about center mid? What do you feel?
Okay, so this is very important because
very important position.
Claudio Reyna.
You want to tell him why, Toddy? What do you guys play, by the way? What position? You guys are both center mids. Anyways, go ahead.
Okay, so Claudio Reyna played in World Cups. He was that center defensive midfield position.
Facts.
That was able to take it, look up, find the pass, find the balls. I think you need someone in that position. And honestly, if you look at the World Cups in the past, that position's been one of the more famous things. And it's a make or break. Sometimes that one mistake where you get caught on the ball, that's the game.
Yeah.
They score. You get a couple of guys in position. Boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
There's a goal.
Yep.
Seconds after that happens.
Yep.
And it's happened in the United States, or it's happened in World Cups for the United States many occasions.
Many times.
With giveaways from like Ricardo Clark.
Hashtag Michael Bradley.
Michael Bradley against Portugal in 2015 World Cup. So I mean, that's a very important position that you need to. It needs to be just locked.
Yes.
It needs to be a lock.
Accurate. Accurate.
I think we can kind of lead into.
Want to talk a little bit about it? Yeah. So
let's talk about it.
Okay, so
it's coming up.
Super exciting. First, a couple months ago, people got to get tickets. Amazing buzz everywhere. Reddit blew up. All these streams blew up, and then it kind of went to a lull. It's sold out, and people are like, well, what's next? We pick up Rodney, we picked up Cecilio, but there hasn't been a ton. There's been, shirt sponsors and training ground and, right?
Wallpaper Wednesday.
Platinum TE, Ameritrade grass, whatever it's called, right?
Platinum
so now,
TE, Seashore Paspalapum.
So here's some real shit right here. So MLS Cup is December 12th of 2020. Mark that down as the last time Austin FC wasn't on the trophy. Facts, okay? December 13th, we've got a half trade window. So from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m., basically everybody's open. It's Black Friday for soccer teams, okay? December 14th, they release a list of players eligible for Austin FC's choosing at 10 a.m. So Austin FC fans, 10 a.m., December 14th, LFG, let's fucking go, right? We're excited. And then on the 15th of the expansion draft, aka the day that Austin FC was basically formed, we get 5 players. There's a bunch of semantics that go with it in terms of who are protected, Adidas youth, right? Generation X, all that kind of stuff. But we're going to get a really good sense by the time the 16th hits, right? Which is when free agency opens. Hopefully we got 7-8 guys on our team. You with me on this? Then we start picking up some really cool players. Maybe we pick up a couple vets to lead the front line. Maybe a dope center back, a goalkeeper. Maybe Memo Ochoa shows up with his curly fry haircut. Like, let's do it. You know what I mean? I'm excited. So that's kind of that. December 11th through the 18th, it's basically Christmas for AFC fans.
Yeah, that's always exciting after the season. MLS is still going, right?
Right.
I mean, you're watching sports on ESPN. It's NFL all season long.
Right.
Well,
for sure.
That's what I do with soccer because there's always something going on around the world, right? And so MLS, that's going to be the next big thing after MLS Cup.
For sure.
And last year was completely different because you had Nashville and you had Miami.
Yes.
Both sitting in the room, picking players. back and forth.
So this year it's just
by ourselves.
How does that work?
Yeah, so we mentioned this last time. There were 4 teams: St. Louis, Sacramento. Give me the other one. It was St. Louis, Charlotte, and us. And we're the only one that had our shit together. So in 2020, well, really 2021, we're going to be the only ones launching. So now on December 15th, that's us, dude. Like,
so we just cherry pick.
Kind of. They let out only a certain amount of players.
Got it.
And we have to be kind of judicial about it because there's a reason. Right? There's a reason that house is on the market. There's a reason that player's on the market. Mm-hmm. So is he 33 with one good leg, you know? Okay. Is he 21 but has attitude issues? Uh-huh. You know what I'm getting at? So you got to find, like, people talk about like Perry Kitchen from LAFC or like these like foundational pieces. Sometimes in these drafts, what you look for are glue guys that aren't going to move the needle up or down, but keep it like he talks about, that can move the ball around, that are good quality players instead of swinging for the fences and getting 5 Bobby Woods. You know what I mean? Or something along those lines. Granted, he doesn't play in MLS, but we just got to be, I'm really, really intrigued because for all of us, we got a superstar team like you talked about with Reyna and Wolf.
Yeah.
I want to see that blueprint. Those 5 players, you tell me if I'm wrong on this, but I think it'll identify what we are. Are we a young team that develops?
Yeah.
Are we a win-quick team that picks 30-plus players and 30-year-old players? What do you think?
So you had Nashville and you had Miami. They both,
Perfect.
They both picked 5 players each. So from those 10 teams, Austin can't pick from those teams.
Yep. Right on.
And since we're the 27th team, there's 16 teams out there that we can pick and choose from. Now I think they
and 1 player from each of those teams.
Yeah,
only one.
We can only pick 1 from one team. Mm-hmm. You can't pick 2.
You can't pick 5 from like the Inter Miami or whatever.
And each team gets to lock down 12 players.
Facts.
You get to lock down 12 players on their roster, and that's their full roster. That's their reserves. That's their first team, second team, whatever. You know,
under 22s. Yeah.
And so it won't be their best players. Now it could be if they don't decide to. You know, maybe it is a good player, and they don't like the way they mesh.
It could be a salary issue. Could be a bunch of
You never really know. So you'll have a couple days where that name is going to be those names are going to be dropped from MLS communications. And then we're just going to go crazy in speculation. Oh, these are like the top picks.
Yep.
Yeah. It might be a guy who has bounced around on a lot of different teams, and he's maybe going to find his fit here in Austin. You know, it might be one of those players. It might be someone that is new, that's just getting maybe his feet wet with MLS too.
You hit it. So the 14th, December 14th at 10 a.m., the list of players eligible for choosing hits. And then we don't pick until the 15th in the evening. So for those 36 hours, dude, it's going to be freaking bananas.
Where is this held? How is it done?
It's been live on TV.
Okay.
They've actually been in the same room together. They make it.
But with COVID, it's going to be. I think it might be like one of those. Somebody's in a room and they select and they pan to some of the players that it could be
something. Yeah. So it's done like an NFL draft. I hate to compare it to that, but
no, yeah, that's essentially what it is too. Well, MLS also does a draft from college too, and that'll be Who knows what this is going to
same time?
No, this is not the same time.
Got it.
It's going to be probably later.
Got it.
But I'm just excited because it's literally only Austin FC. Yeah. So it's basically every other MLS fan. They just had the MLS Cup 3 days ago. Free agency is just about to kick off, and we have the limelight. Be amazing. I'm stoked. 11th through the 16th. It's going to be
Christmas is coming.
Christmas.
Then you got Matthew McConaughey calling him live on the phone. Hey, thanks for joining the team.
Camera pan. Yeah, you know that's going to happen. Gonna have to happen. All right, so the man of the hour, Mr. Josh Jackson. We brought you here today because we want to know a little bit more about Los Verdes.
Yep.
We've got a couple questions for you. I guess let's just jump in, man. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Los Verdes? Why someone that doesn't know anything about supporters groups, kind of what the supporters groups are. I'm just going to load you up with questions and you can just babble. How's that?
Sure.
All right, so number one, about the group.
Yeah.
Why someone could join the group or should join the group, maybe how to join the group. Let's talk about the game day experience. We think that's a really cool question. What's going to happen at game days? Where's everybody going to be, Raph?
And where do babies come from?
We know that.
Okay.
And then we'll go. That's a good start there.
Yeah. So let me back up because
Sorry.
I mean, Austin has always been a soccer city.
Absolutely. Wolfgang Salunots.
Yeah.
R.I.P. Wolfgang.
Yeah.
Coached me 2 years.
Did he really?
Oh, yeah.
That's fabulous.
78 Capitals, man. I was 16, 17, and 18.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
And so Wolfgang had his hand in almost everything around Austin soccer, right?
Yep.
And that's
he was a legend.
Yeah, that's kind of what we just like to do in his honor. You know, just try to like touch every part of Austin soccer. And I've been playing foot golf the whole time since March, since the close down. And so, you know, just how do we involve different like music, like art, and all kinds of stuff too. And so, you know, we're in Los Verdes, we're working on mural projects where we've got a band that's already going and goes to the UT women's games and is playing music. And these, you know, obviously a lot of the songs are going to come naturally when we're in the stadium, and maybe we've got a player that we want to make a song of. But there's a lot of songs that we're already excited about right now.
But like, let's take it back. Let's make it more granular. So the average fan, well, what is like, so Los Verdes, the Greens, right? So like, what do? Are you a company, or like, explain it to somebody that's never been in like a soccer match before.
Sure. So you go to a game, and you know, you order your beer, you order your sausage, whatever, you're sitting down, you're enjoying this beautiful stadium. That's I mean, I've people talk about this stadium, and it has these it almost looks like airplane wings. But it's gonna bring the wind in, so it's not gonna be too. You're enjoying this beautiful, awesomely gorgeous burnt orange sunset, and then you score a goal and you just feel it, right? And so like, you might be one of those fans that just likes to sit there, and maybe you're there with your family and you got a little kid and you don't want to go screaming, hollering, going crazy and throwing beer everywhere. But there's going to be people that are like that too behind the goal. And Los Verdes is honestly for everyone. If you're that parent, or you're someone that it's a little bit more introverted and you like to do your own thing in the stadium, well, maybe you're one of those individuals in the suites even.
Yeah.
You know, we want everyone to be part of.
So is Los Verdes like everywhere, or are they centralized? Like, how would, if I'm a fan and let's say I want to join, or I want to understand what it's about, is it like a section that cheers, or is it like something that's a community that you sign up for?
Yeah, I say it's a little bit of everything. Because obviously Los Verdes is going to be those crazy people that are behind the goal. The guys, we're going to spend a lot of our time before the games making what's called a tifo, and the tifos we've already got a setup where you're going to be able to have like 100-foot tifo hanging up after they do the anthems and everybody's rolling out. We're going to be able to pulley this thing up.
Oh, wow.
We might do some neon stuff.
Love it.
Some glow in the dark stuff.
So tifo is Latin for big ass banner, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I just made that shit up, but that's accurate.
We actually have people already working on their certifications, their pyrotechnic certifications.
Oh, wow.
So then we can have some smoke. Now
Toddy's like, yeah.
You know, there's obviously all kinds of MLS league regulations behind a lot of this stuff, but we're going to be the people that are going to essentially try to help make this happen. Try to make the game experience where you want to just come back every win or lose. You know, you want to come back and be a part of that family, right? And you want to be able to enjoy your time there. This is going to be a beautiful venue that when you step inside the stadium, and get in your seats, or you know, there's actually not going to be seats behind the goals. It's going to be standing room only.
Got it.
Which is
hardcore.
Which is awesome.
So will it be bleachers literally, or will it be seats but people will be standing or sitting?
Yeah, so there's kind of those lock seats you can actually open them up.
Okay,
so when there's a concert, you know, you'll be able to utilize seats and stuff like that. And I think there's actually a section that comes in and out. So,
Got it.
Yeah, it's going to be very versatile, the stadium. That'll
be the north end where the Jumbotron is?
The south end is going to be where the supporter section is, and it's going to be a section of 3,000 fans.
Okay.
And
amazing.
If we fill them up with Los Verdes members, all the better.
Yeah.
And you've got about 1,000?
Yeah.
That's
We're running about 1,000. And Los Verdes started just this summer.
Okay.
Brand new supporters group.
Okay.
But a lot of us were OG, going back to Wolfgang, OG soccer fans from Austin that just, you know, I mean, me and a lot of my colleagues, we were guys that were going to city council up till 2 a.m. sometimes to help get this.
Well, you guys got them here.
Yeah.
You guys got them.
Thank you.
To help bring the stadium.
Thank you for your service.
It was kind of fun. I was going after work and had my change already.
Oh, man.
Put the suit on.
I watched it on TV, so I saw you guys in the crowd.
And actually, I for part of it, I had to leave. So I didn't make all the city council meetings. I had to go to I had to go to Russia for the World Cup.
Oh, had to.
Yeah,
Had to.
I had to go to World Cup.
Yeah, of course.
First world problems.
Yeah.
Which I brought this. This is a little Verde.
Oh, I love it.
This is actually a bill from the World Cup.
Oh, wow.
In Russia. And it has a soccer player on one side.
Sick.
That player, legendary goalkeeper for Russia, his name is Lev Yashin.
Yes, sir.
He was the only goalkeeper ever to get like a Ballon d'Or, a world, you know, like a golden ball.
I mean, as a former goalkeeper, can we just stay right here?
Yeah,
can we just talk about goalkeepers for the next
Yeah.
hour? I'm just kidding. Yeah, dude, legend.
That's amazing.
I think Russia won the European Championship in 1960. I think they also won a couple of the championships.
Josh, what's this worth?
Oh no, man, I mean that could maybe buy you like a beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm down.
Yeah. But yeah, so and it has a small child at the bottom there too, just kind of looking up to those legends, just like we look up to Wolfgang,
Yeah,
just like
absolutely.
we look up to Claudio Reyna and Josh Wolf and everybody.
Tony Miola.
And
Yeah.
that's the whole. Grow the legend, the hashtag.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's
an AFC thing, right?
I was going to say
Legend?
that's an AFC thing. Gotcha.
I like that.
And so if somebody says I like it, I'm into it, I want to do that. What do they do? How do they go? How do they?
Shameless plug it right now.
Yeah,
dude. Drop it. Drop
This is
it.
it.
Los Verdes. So we have memberships, and I don't quite like the word memberships because they also call the season tickets memberships.
Okay.
Sure.
You're kind of like a socio. You're someone that you want to interact with soccer, and we want to interact with you. And if you have a soccer voice in this town, we want you a part of Los Verdes. And Los Verdes just means the greens.
Yeah,
we're
the
the greens out there. And part of the membership packs, we get like a cool scarf, and we've got koozies, we've got
it.
bandanas and all kinds of
That's
stuff.
dope.
Actually, one of the bandanas.
Cool hats.
One of the we have
Really dope
this is
hats.
the hottest hat in all of
Literally,
Austin right
I
now.
can't even get one.
Yeah.
I want one back.
Really?
It has the skull logo on the back, and on
Yeah.
the front, on the bill side, it's just a Verde ATX on the front.
Love
it.
Super clean.
Love
it.
Yeah, so like, I mean, this is obviously how we make money, so we can buy drums and we can buy stuff for tifos and all kinds of stuff.
Okay.
And yeah, none of the money's going in anybody's pockets. We are a nonprofit organization.
Okay.
Again, we're here to help the culture. We're here to help the community and to help Austin. We actually made an alternate color of our bandana to help,
that.
with Black Lives Matter
Yeah,
and
it's
everything to a local coalition. So yeah, we're always looking for ways to just connect with people, whether you're going to be that crazy fan that's behind the goal or whether
90 minutes strong, right? Singing.
Yeah, I mean, some people like to leave the game early, but
So
we're looking for the more hardcore people for sure, but people that are passionate.
Yeah, no. So tell them what's the website? Where do they go?
LosVerdesATX.org.
Do it.
Also on
We're
Twitter,
members. It's pretty badass.
Facebook, Twitter,
Yeah.
it works,
All
Yeah.
the socials. We'll pop the socials up right here so you guys can see it. And so I know you personally, obviously outside of this podcast, but I know that you are quite the jet setter. You've seen a lot of different kinds of games and different levels in World Cups and countries and whatnot. Some of them get rowdy, man. Some of those hooligans over there in the UK, they get crazy rowdy. How do you foresee the AFC supporters group going in Los Verdes? Do you see, I mean, you're talking drums, you're talking songs, you're talking rowdiness, tifos. Tell me how you picture this going down. Like, I want to hear the...
Oh, and give a quick plug because I know you're friends with a lot of these guys. Tell them what the Mugaray is also, so they have a good idea.
Well, to answer your question,
Yeah, sure.
It depends on what kind of world we're going to live in 2021. If we can still walk
point.
into a bank with a mask on, for example, you know,
I
I
didn't
think
think about it. If we're socially distanced in the stadium, which is a whole nother conversation as well. Hopefully we don't have to have it, but
Yeah.
I think when everybody's masked up, people that are wearing masks, you kind
Yeah.
of get away with a little bit more.
Yeah.
No, but we do have people that obviously on the bell curve of soccer crazy nuttiness.
Yep.
They're going to be the ones that, okay, well, you're in my house now. You better just kind of behave,
Okay.
watch yourself.
Okay.
You know?
I get it.
I'm watching you. Watch out. And that's, of course, when we're hosting the game and this is our house and say Columbus is coming to town. Well,
Is
Columbus.
that going to be a rivalry, by the way?
I honestly think Columbus is going to be a big rivalry with us.
I feel like it has to be.
It's going to be. So we're going to need someone to police the section. And I honestly, going to soccer games is a great way for me to see different cities. Going down to Orlando or going to Seattle Seattle's got a great going to
Oh, they got a great culture, man. They got a great culture.
Portland by far
Timbers
is amazing.
Dope.
They play in this old baseball stadium that was built in the 19 teens.
Wow.
And Paley actually played his last game
Wow.
there. And
Cosmos?
I was about to say.
yeah,
Cosmos, yeah.
And they actually just built 5,000 seats onto this old baseball stadium just last year.
Wow.
There's all kinds of stuff. I wish just COVID and everything. Because
Yeah.
Miami's David Beckham Stadium was supposed to come online and have a big
Yeah.
debut.
Yeah.
Chicago was supposed to return back to Soldier Field and have a big debut.
wow.
There's so many things that were just not quite cool
Yeah.
about this anniversary year of MLS. That
25
you
years.
wish- yeah. Everybody come out with the new jersey and everything
Yeah.
too. So,
Ugh. Fucking COVID.
hopefully we can get back to having full stadia and everybody being in a safe environment and stuff.
It'll be cool. I just think it's going to give, because I think personally Austin's going to catch up a little bit. you know, a lot of the people that are going there, I'm sure they're soccer diehards and they love it, but there's also going to be a big corporate culture that's involved. So I think if anything, Los Verdes and the supporters groups are going to kind of help instill what our songs are, what our chants are, what our vibe is. Because I think if we didn't have that, it would just be kind of placid, kind of chill, which is cool. But you want to have a little vibe. So
Yeah. I want to. Oh, go ahead.
Well, when you go to Portland, for example, if you're not wearing Portland colors,
Yes.
you're not allowed in the supporter section. Like they have security, and security gets along with some of the Timbers Army security people that they have appointed that kind of just police the area, make sure everybody's wearing Portland stuff before they, sit down and get settled, and then make sure people don't try to infiltrate the supporter group. So I think there's an element of that we need to just keep it cool, keep it us, because you get some hecklers in there and causing fights, and then that looks bad on us, right?
Sure.
for sure.
Yeah, because we're definitely not going to be anyone that's not going to get along with anyone, outside of.
All it takes is one bad apple, though.
That's true, and I just think the Austin vibes are that we're always going to be welcoming of people, wherever they're from.
Sure.
So we're always just like, come on to the bar, let's have some drinks and
loosen up, buddy.
During the 90 minutes, maybe we're not best of friends.
Right, but we have pints after.
You know, you're talking about like what'd you call it? Like not a competition, but a rivalry. I think to me, Portland is like the model.
So
I mean, the Timbers, so they're automatically like sawing a log off, and the tree thing, and you know what I mean? It's like, right? And then like the color, the vibe, the city, Portland and Austin, right? I think ultimately that if we were compared to Portland, and this is, I don't mean to be giving them a lot of love, but I'm going to right now. If we were to be compared to Portland after a year, we've done a great job.
Absolutely.
Would you agree?
Absolutely. Yeah, some of the best TIFOs. Honestly, they're on a world stage. Some of the TIFOs that Portland does.
Wow.
Again, it's old baseball stadium, so they have the whole third baseline that's just like They pull their TIFOs up and they do some crazy amazing things that are like multi-layered.
Yeah.
Wow.
Badass.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk about the songs, and for people that don't know soccer culture, songs are a huge part of the game. They're a huge part of the supporters teams. There's the chants, the drums, the songs. Tell everybody a little bit about, and this is kind of a personal question for me too, is that who's going to make these songs up? Are these songs made up by the supporters groups? Every player has a song. Every group has a song. The coaches have songs. Like, it's true. You go to a Man U game and it is, I can imagine it live. I haven't been, but even when you go to a local pub and there's full of English people there, every second there's a song about every person and player. Nuts and bolts of that conversation is, are we making those songs up? Is that going to be supporters groups doing that?
Good question, dude.
Yes.
Tell us more about the songs.
Yes. And the way these songs come about, you might be drunk at the bar and then you just come up with something. Maybe you just saw an amazing goal. There's a bicycle kick in the first game that we host, and then you're at the bar, and then everybody's feeling it. Everybody, and then you just sing a song about that bicycle kick. Yeah, there's a song about that goal.
So they sorry, go ahead.
City Council. This is the first song that ever came out in
So
Austin
we have a
FC
song.
history. He's
Sorry.
one of our own.
Okay.
He's one of our own. Anthony Precourt. He's one of our own. He's one of our own.
There you go.
So that broke out during City Council after everything got passed, and we were able to.
I love it.
That's so dope.
Anthony Precourt, the owner of Austin FC,
I got chills, man.
He got his own song.
So
right
that's our
there.
first song.
and it happened just right there organically, and so that's kind of where we go with stuff like that. Obviously songs. How you feel, but also they're there to inspire the players on the field. Sometimes songs are there to intimidate the other team, because you're coming into an
And
environment.
sometimes you can write a song about another player, a rival player, maybe.
Oh yeah.
And it's also the phonetics, like Raheem Sterling, you know what I mean? Like it's all dependent on how the vibe comes with the name. So
What's De Bruyne's chant?
KDB is.
He's got one. I forget.
I've given Man City enough love. Let's move on to the next thing. Sorry, I can't help it.
Yeah. Anyway, so songs are a big deal. So that will be a supporters group. They're kind of who leads those chants and songs.
Sure. And part of Los Verdes, the way we communicate, we're all in a Slack group because it's hard to get together all the time. Now
You got 1,000 people in a Slack group.
it's kind of awesome.
Fire.
It's kind of awesome.
Fire.
I can't even manage a group text with my wife. That's 1,000 people.
But it's great because like anything we do, for example, with membership kits that come out, all right, well, what do you want? And let's have a vote. So everybody gets
They're very diplomatic.
Yeah, to exercise their voice. And when it comes to songs, all right, well, hey,
Is there a song book?
There are some songs that we have practiced and that we know pretty well.
Got it.
And there are a ton of musicians in this town.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
And so to be able to get these guys together in the same room it also just gives me the chills too. I'm not that musical per se,
Sure.
but I'll get up there and sing and I'll wave flags.
You got a
and
great
all.
voice.
Yeah.
We just heard it.
Yeah, it was beautiful. But also like we were talking about December 15th, let's get 7 or 8 players on board, and I bet our songs double like that.
Yeah.
And so
I feel that too.
For sure.
And so the band is actually called La Murga.
That was the next question.
Yep.
Tell us more about La Murga.
So La Murga in Los Verdes helps purchase items, drums and everything for La Murga. And La Murga is essentially a collective of those musicians, the best musicians, honestly, in the city. And these guys, they have
just drums? We talking horns? Whole band?
Everything. Oh, the whole shebang.
Okay.
What have you got? Bring it. Whatever you got. Bring
and they're
it.
allowed to bring these to the games?
They get it cleared.
Everything nees to kind of go through
safety.
I mean, if you're bringing a giant accordion in, it depends on how big it is.
Got it.
Depends on
But
who
they're
you
walking
are.
in with bass drums. Though.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You've seen actually the biggest drum in MLS. I think it might be housed there, but it's at the stadium, and it's taller than I am.
Wow.
And so the drums,
roll it out.
You can you can get pretty carried away with drums sometimes. But the drums that we have with that La Murga has, they're neon. They have light up. I mean, I have friends that are another.
I've seen some photos. I follow their socials. It looks awesome.
I got people in Chicago and DC. They're just like, oh, we're jealous. Those drums are amazing.
So are they a supporters group?
They're the band. So it's
got it. They're the band for,
and they're like nonpartisan. They're the band for everybody.
Right. Doesn't matter what.
They're our marching band.
Yep. Doesn't matter what supporters group you're part of. La Murga is the band.
And do they cater to the other supporters groups, or they're just in their own little lane?
Yeah, they're just focused on music. They don't want to do any of the politics.
Do they show up to your meetings? Do they show up to your gatherings?
They do their own. Well, again, it depends on. I mean, they're a mix of the supporters group.
Got it. So I guess where I'm going with that is if somebody was musically inclined and said they want to be a part of that, they wouldn't go through Los Verdes.
Oh, no.
They would just go directly
to Murga.
Yeah, you just go directly to Murga. If you want to be a part of something outside of music, then boom, Los Verdes is where it's at. If you want to paint tifos, if you want to create new things in terms of songs and stuff, I mean, Los Verdes kind of overlaps in that regard. But the supporters group does kind of everything else.
Got it. And another thing that we didn't talk about on the supporters group in Los Verdes is the community side of stuff too. Mm-hmm. So you guys do a lot of give back. Sure. A lot of fundraisers I see, which is obviously to help the community and stuff, which I think is huge. I mean, that's part of it. I don't see. I don't really know any of the other supporters groups. I haven't really focused on them because I've seen. You guys are welcome to come.
They're welcome to come on for sure.
Yeah, hit us up if you guys want to come talk about your supporters group. We're obviously more than welcome here with us, so we'd love to talk about it. So if they want to find, let's backtrack then. If they want to find out more information, LosVerdesATX.com? LosVerdesATX.org. Sorry. That's going to be the way to find out any more information. Membership fee is?
It's around about $25-$30. I think the price has been fully calibrated for next year. It was since we're the 27th team. This, in MLS, it was $27 for the first time. We're not trying to make any money off of it. Again, we're obviously trying to pay for the overhead of the cool items, and we got some really cool stuff coming out for the next membership kit.
Anything you can elaborate on?
I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, I get it.
But again,
lead us on there.
Again, we try to be creative in the things that we do and try to represent Austin, and also just try to be a unique soccer culture as well. And we all try to get along with everybody else. We have fans from Dallas all the way down to like New Braunfels and into San Antonio and stuff too.
Good to know.
Yeah, it doesn't matter where you live either. You can be a part of that. And in a non-COVID world, we'll be having all kinds of watch parties. At bars and stuff. Some bars are open, some bars aren't.
Sure.
So
social distancing rules, masks, et cetera, et cetera. So people that are, I have a feeling that a lot of people are going to be fans of Austin FC that are not in Austin, so they can be part of the supportors groups there, coming from wherever. If you had to pitch your group and say, "This is why I love Los Verdes.
Get them.
This is why I think
Toddy.
This is why you should join our group." Let's hear it.
In 30 seconds or less.
30 seconds or less.
Give us. I know you've just talked for 20 minutes about it, but in a nutshell.
No, yeah. Again, I find a lot of passion in going to games and feeling the game, not just being a spectator, right? Actually feeling it. And so, like, anytime I'm hanging out with this family, whether it's during our COVID world or not, because we're having Zoom calls regularly every week or so, and we're getting together and we talk all day long. Like the Slack group with about 1,000
All day,
people.
dude.
Oh man, I'm checking this all day long. So
It gives me anxiety.
Yeah.
Just thinking about it.
Me too.
So you start feeling the fabric, and you start actually feeling the DNA of the team. And so like I think the more invested you want to be, the
Accurate.
supporters group is for you. You know, if you want to be very invested in a team, that was me. Around about 2014, I went to that World Cup in Brazil, and I wasn't a part of American Outlaws, which is a supporters group for the United States. And
Amazing.
I went to USA game stuff, and I didn't think I needed a supporters group because I was looking at Brazil. I was like, all these Brazilian fans, and they show up in Canary Yellow all over the world. They don't have a supporters group, but then I saw like how the supporters group was organized, and that's all it comes down to.
And how they traveled.
Yeah, how they travel, and just the family aspect, and it really does come down to how it's organized, and is everybody represented? Is everyone feel like their voice is heard?
And you have a starting 11, so that's like your chairman, your board.
Sure. Yeah, the starting 11 is the board of Los Verdes, and we just try to make sure everybody, if you have a great idea, let's run with it.
Your voice is heard.
We'll help you make that happen, and we obviously want to be the best supporters group in MLS. We want to help Austin FC be the best team on the pitch, on the field, and that's playing music for them the whole time,
dude.
Energy,
inspiring them to victory.
Yeah.
You know, and win or lose, we're going to be there for the team,
Sure.
for the organization.
It's the calm before the storm. You guys are well on your way to doing.
Do
awesome
you know?
things.
In other MLS teams, is there multiple supporters groups?
Yeah,
Sure.
Like
sure.
3, 4? Are we talking 5 to 10? I guess it depends on the
I mean,
team.
anybody can start one. You know, anybody can start one.
In Montreal, for example, they have kind of dueling groups at both ends of the stadium.
Okay.
So you've got behind both goals, and you know they kind of sing songs back and forth. If you go to like a UT game, for example, you got Texas,
Fight. Yeah.
Texas, fight. So you know there are ways that you can have a cohesive game day environment when you multiple supporters groups. Yeah, Atlanta's got multiple supporters groups, and sometimes they do split off from others, and that's essentially how Los Verdes got its start. Because again, it's a lot of OG guys that were in the soccer culture that wanted to see supporters group done a certain way.
Got it. And you just took the bull, or took the horns and ran with them?
Took the bull by the horns.
Took the bull by the horns.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause it's getting close. They're talking about maybe pushing next season. So MLS is in the playoff stage now, and it's going to finish up on your December
12th.
and then after that, you'll have off season.
February.
With COVID and everything, vaccines. We want to push the season back far enough that we can get as many people in there as we can.
Yep.
And they're talking about maybe pushing it back to start in April.
Yes, I heard that this week.
So MLS is a season. It goes throughout the summer. Usually ends around Christmas time, or
That's- I
Thanksgiving.
can't
Because
wait.
we started late, they're trying to push back.
Yeah,
give us
because
more
of COVID and
rest
stuff,
break,
right.
and give the players a break too.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, me too, because that gives us more time to let this bullshit pass. Awesome, man. Well, that's amazing info about the supporters groups. Again, guys, this is awesome. I think everybody should get involved. I feel like that's a great way to grow the legend, pun intended, and just to support the team. And if you want to have a role and be involved in it and be involved in the AFC, then I think the supporters group is a great way to do it. So let's do that, and then look for Josh if you ever see him out. I'm sure he'll give you a high five.
I try to be everywhere at the same time.
Yeah.
Again, you'll see me on the foot golf course all the time.
Love it.
I still play men's league soccer.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
we see each other on the field every so
Yeah.
often.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. The Austin FC jerseys will be coming out. Maybe they're out by the time you're
The 18th,
watching
right?
this.
Yeah.
They will be out by this time. So
All right.
we pre-record this show, guys. So we got about a week and a half, give or take, delay. So
Maybe you're wearing one right now.
jersey is amazing. That turned out great.
That's amazing.
Let me guess. It's green.
No, yeah, but we do know a few things. We know Yeti's going to be on the front. And Yeti's just an awesome company, right?
Sure.
And I have a few Yeti.
So
products
happy
myself.
that worked out.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
just local and
Yeti's a company that reverberates around, the whole United States. And I honestly, I think the way they're building this team, it's going to be a world brand. Austin FC, that is.
agree.
It'd be amazing.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Amazing.
I agree. We're on the map officially. So cool. Well, let's wrap it up with some final. Let's call it a hot topic.
Hot topics.
What you got, Raph?
Just rando.
Yeah, what you got?
Let's dig into rando stuff. So the Premier League started a little bit ago.
Yes.
Things are kind of crazy right now.
Global soccer talk. Here we are.
Kind of global,
Yeah.
funky teams are up at the top. Things will balance themselves out. But I decided as a bridge to talk about AFC and that. Let's talk about like top 10 U.S. men's national team players in Premier League history.
Ooh, that is
I'm just gonna go quick lob question, right?
All right, here it is.
See, boom. See if you can hit 3. I'll tell you if they are. See if you can hit 3, and then I'll tell you what the list is. Toddy, you're up first. Give me 3. Top 10 most badass U.S. men's national team player in Premier League history. Go.
Fuck, you put me on the spot.
Oh, you know I did.
McBride?
Yes. Well done.
Howard?
Yes. Number 1, by the way.
Really?
Yeah,
of course, because you're a goalie.
Yeah, of course.
Oh, God,
Just
I know this.
stay with goalkeepers. You'll find another one.
Oh, fuck, I've done it too.
Okay, good talk.
Goalkeepers, Brad Friedel.
Yes.
I guess Casey Keller did play a little bit.
Okay, is he on that list?
Yes.
Okay.
And he had Marcus Heinemann was another goalkeeper.
Negative.
What?
Nope.
Marcus Heinemann?
Nope. Not top 10.
Oh no! Oh, not top 10.
Oh,
Top 10
sorry.
players.
Okay, he might not be a top.
We're not going caps. We're just going like top 10 players that did really well.
One of my favorites.
Go.
Joe Max Moore.
A negative.
Oh, he doesn't.
He didn't make it?
You got one more, then I'll go.
He played for Everton. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give an easy one.
Yeah.
Clint Dempsey.
Okay.
Bang, bang, chicken and
Dempsey's on
shrimp.
there?
All right, Clint
He has to be
Dempsey,
on there, yeah.
the pride of Nacogdoches, Texas.
That's right.
You brought up Brian McBride.
Yeah,
They played together at Fulham with
They did.
Dempsey.
They did.
Yep.
The bar at the stadium in West London is still called McBride's after Brian McBride.
That's awesome. Little fun fact.
Top 10, here we go.
That's a Josh nerd fact.
That was badass.
Yeah.
Top 10, number 10, Casey Keller.
Okay.
Number 9, Landon Donovan. How dare you guys not get that
It's
shit?
a brief stint.
Number 8,
Yeah.
a guy named Claudio Reyna. You guys should be ashamed of yourself.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Respect.
I'm not a City fan.
Thanks. Jeff Cameron. You remember Jeff Cameron?
Okay.
Carlos Bocanegra.
Boca Negra.
Christian Pulisic.
Oh my gosh.
And
How
let me
are we
see.
supposed to know that? Oh,
Brian
wait.
McBride, Brad Friedel, Clint Dempsey, and Tim Howard, who is
I killed that.
to me like.
So I got 2 out of 10.
That's awesome.
All right.
DeMarcus Beasley also played
yeah.
alongside.
He didn't make top 10 though.
DeAndre Yedlin.
DeAndre
If we're going outside backs, that's my facts.
It's nice. And United States is getting back together. There's lots of new blood going out.
So
there.
today, I actually got this text. Today, which you can tell what today is when you guys read this or see this, Wales and U.S. played.
Yeah.
So of course, because I have a lot of friends that hate on soccer, they're like, if Wales and U.S. played to a 0-0 tie, did it ever happen? Yes, it happened. Okay. Go ahead.
It's some amazing debuts by some new players. I think Claudio Reyna's son, I don't know if anybody knows this.
Gio's a beast.
He's a beast. And he plays for Borussia Dortmund. We're one of the best development teams.
Love
to talk about.
Borussia Dortmund.
Best
dude.
development teams in all of the world.
They've got all the 17-year-old studs in the planet.
They're young.
They have this room. It's like an octagon room. And they stick the player in there. They douse the lights, and they have like a green light and a red light, and they shoot a ball up to you, and you have to get it back into the hole.
Oh wow. Oh, I've seen that. I've seen that.
These guys
What a drill.
Yeah. So they get these guys young, and they so Gio
We talk
Reyna,
about that. Yeah.
Gio Reyna's been in Germany for a long time, and he's
on the way, dude.
Yeah, teenager.
He's young 20s, right?
Teenager, man.
He's
not even 21.
Him, Pulisic, McKinney, Sargent, all these guys. I'm so excited. Dest.
Dude, he turned out.
So a lot of people are saying that by the time World Cups every 4 years, you'll have 2022 in Qatar, where you're
26 is I think going to be the
where the
money
platinum palissadum, the grass is going to be the amazing Texas hot grass,
150-degree weather.
TE Seashore Palasum, or Paspalum to be exact.
So next 4 years, 2026, it's going to be shared. Most of the games are going to be United States. It's also be Canada, Mexico. A lot of people are saying the United States could be
semifinal team,
not just the underdog team.
No, I'm thinking I'm calling semifinal team in 26.
Well,
yeah,
we gotta wait that long.
Dude, these kids are on the come up though. This is like the Dempsey, Landon Donovan, Claudio Reyna, Joe Max Moore, Brian McBride.
There was like 5 Americans on the opening day of the EPL, all on different teams, obviously, that were all starting.
I don't think this ever happened.
You've got Americans that play at Bayern Munich and Barcelona,
Juventus,
and Weston
Chelsea,
McKinney. Weston McKinney plays with exactly that same flair that you saw with the Donovans and the Dempseys and stuff that you want to see out of an American.
Dude, we have a player that plays with CR7 and a player that plays with Messi. That's insane.
That is amazing. And Dest is holding his own, man.
Yes,
he looks good.
Yes, outside backs are rare.
I'm happy about that. We'll see where he goes. So, rumors, the rumor mill. I heard an interesting one about CR7. Speak of the devil.
Austin FC.
Man, that's not even funny. That's just stupid. No, I heard that Juve is in trouble financially, and they can't afford his $700,000 a week salary, and so they're kicking around the idea of sending him back to Man U. And Man U obviously has deep pockets, and I don't know, it's a rumor mill. Sometimes these rumors, we hear them all the time. Obviously, this one was put out by, I don't know if it's a reliable source because you can't believe everything you read on the internet, obviously, but the background of it all makes sense. Like if they realized that they were in shit deep with the financial situation and they've got to sell him and he's all about it, like, I'm fine with that call. Like, go back to Man U. The Man U fans
Premier League
still
would be,
love him.
oh man,
he's Ronaldo. Those fans love him. Love him or hate him. He's one of the best in the world. And we get to watch him play, which I think is awesome.
That would be dope, dude.
I'm okay with that. I mean, that's kind of where he started there, I guess, and then to come full circle and to end there because he's probably going to end.
I mean, that's where all the best players outside of a handful play. So it's like that would be amazing.
Who knows?
That would be.
I think it'd be dope. I'd watch it. I think that the fans would take him in with open arms for sure.
Oh, dude.
The Juve fans wouldn't like it. But
he would pick his coach, though. I could promise you that.
The politics of that.
These guys have to play at a Champions League club. And United are in the Champions League now, but they also have to sort their English season out so they can get in the top 4 and go to Champions League next season. So will that happen? I think that determines a lot of players' transfer requests. Sure.
I don't know if there wasn't going to be a transfer fee involved. They said they were just like,
oh no, you just have to pay his $250 billion salary.
Yeah, I mean, surely there would be.
It's like they'd be like, take it, bro.
I mean,
that's a lot of Verde.
That's a lot of
Verde. See what you did there. See what you did. That's full circle. That's full circle.
I think that's all we got.
I agree.
I have a few goodies for you.
Let's do it.
I have a few goodies for you.
What you got?
I've been a huge fan of The Mandalorian.
Okay.
And everybody knows that the child, Baby Yoda, is Verde.
Awesome.
A few stickers for you.
Dude. My kids will dig this.
Thank you, sir.
I also have a couple of Los Verde stickers for you.
Oh, love this.
Pop them on the car.
Oh, this is going on my car today, dude.
This is great.
Kids' foreheads.
Yeah, probably on the forehead.
Sweet.
Man, we appreciate you coming in.
Thanks for having me.
We appreciate you talking, educating our audience.
This is dope.
We appreciate what you do for Austin Soccer, Los Verdes, Austin AFC, everything. I look forward to seeing you on the soccer field again, although I'm old and I play in the old man league.
Crush it.
So I think you're about 4 years from the over 40s.
Crush it.
We gotta get the goalkeeper out here sometime.
Yeah, we should do that.
No, thank y'all so much for having me on. And again, having a platform that talks soccer and talks Austin FC is amazing. And you didn't see that years ago. And I think you're going to see that more and more as we go along. And you guys are so fresh and so green. I think that's perfect, because talking everything Verde, this used to be just a politics thing when podcasts were talking about bringing the stadium here. Now we actually have concrete things to talk about, and it's exciting. So just keep it up, baby.
Man, we will. We do it because we love soccer.
Love it, man.
I mean, we're here at 12 Rivers Real Estate Realty. We're both realtors. They give us this production office and have fun do it. We were
blessed.
Let's talk about soccer.
Yeah.
And Austin FC is huge right now. It's taking over the city, the chatter. So why not, right? So cool. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's give it one time for Josh Jackson from Los Verdes. Don't forget Los Verdes.
Cheers, bro.
ATX.org.
Yeah.
Check them out. Rafael.
Listos.